Good morning, boys and girls, and welcome to our nursery life skills lesson. We will be continuing on pets. What is a rabbit? Rabbits are small mammals with fluffy short tails, soft fur, large feet, springy legs, whiskers, and distinctive long ears. Rabbits' eyes are located on either side of their face instead of the front. This allows them to see much better and avoid any danger or predators. Many rabbits may differ, but they all share quite a few common traits. A baby rabbit is called a kit or kitten. Rabbits' diet include vegetables and plants. During the cold months, they eat bark, buds, and twigs, and in the warmer months, they like to nibble on grass, lettuce, herbs, pea, greens, and carrots. A rabbit lives in a hutch and needs dried grass, wood shavings, and water. Much like a dog, a pet rabbit can be taught simple tricks like jumping in the air and to sit on your lap. Rabbits make very little noise and they love to be handled. They love attention, and when people are around at home, because of these features, rabbits can make excellent pets. This is the rabbit's distinctive long ears. This is the rabbit's springy legs. What is a fish? A fish is an amazing animal which lives and breathes underwater. Fish breathe through gills, small openings on either sides, and have fins and scales. All fish have excellent sense of sight, touch, and taste, and many possess a good sense of smell and hearing. Most fish have taste buds all over their body. We can all say that fish come in infinite variety of sizes, shapes, and stunning vibrant colors. Fish are very quiet animals, but they do interact with their owners and can be playful. Some fish are even being trained to do tricks. When you have a fish as a pet, there are special fish tanks and food that you can get to take care of your fish. Example, fish flakes. You can place gravel at the bottom of the fish tank, rocks, plants, and a water filter. The water filter is what makes bubbles in the fish tank. Although fish are fairly easy to take care of, as a pet, you will still need to do some work. You will have to keep the fish tank clean at all times for the fish to survive, and make sure you feed them the right amount of food every day. Fish are definitely fun pets to have and beautiful to look at. We just need to take care of them the right way. Boys and girls, we will now be moving on to our shape identification lesson. Welcome, boys and girls, to our shape identification lesson for today. What shape is the girl holding? The girl is holding a star. Can you identify the star below? This is a star. What shape is the girl holding? The girl is holding a hexagon. Can you identify the hexagon below? This is a hexagon. Let's describe the shape below. A hexagon has 6 sides. Boys and girls, we will now be moving on to our color identification lesson. Welcome, boys and girls, to our color identification lesson. The picture below all share a similar trait. They are all made up of the color brown. Let's identify the pictures below. A bear, an owl, a tree trunk. Can you name other pictures that are also brown in color? A brown flower pot, a monkey, a brown chocolate bar. Now let's look at the pictures below. Can you recognize the color brown? Nuts, a beaver, a wooden chair. Boys and girls, we will now be moving on to our maths lesson. Welcome, boys and girls, to our maths lesson for today. In this lesson, we will be focusing on numbers and values. Let's look at our first example. Let's count the apples on the tree. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How many apples are there on the tree? There are 5 apples on the tree. Now let's look at the next example. Let's count the apples on the tree. 1, 2, 3. How many apples are there on the tree? There are 3 apples. Now let's look at the next example. Let's count the apples on the tree. 1. How many apples are there on the tree? There is 1 apple. Let's look at the next example. Let's count the apples on the tree. 1, 2. How many apples are there on the tree? There are 2 apples on the tree. Let's look at the last example. Let's count the apples on the tree. 1, 2, 3, 4. How many apples are there on the tree? There are 4 apples. Boys and girls, we will now be moving on to our story time. Welcome, boys and girls, to our story time. Do you remember our story time song? Let's sing it together. Story time, story time, story time is quiet time, so shh. Today's story is called Ginger the Giraffe by T. Albert. Ginger the Giraffe. Once upon a time, there was a giraffe named. One day, Ginger was busy eating her favorite leaves along with some other giraffes. It was a bright, sunny day, and there was not a cloud in the sky. It had not rained for a long time, so the grass was very dry. She heard a noise down at the bottom of her extra long legs. It was her friend, Mickey the monkey. Mickey was trying to say something, but Ginger could not understand what he was saying. He looked very tired. "What's wrong?" asked Ginger. Ginger was a very kind giraffe and wanted to help everyone. Just then, Mickey fell over. Ginger was also a smart giraffe. She knew what was wrong. Mickey could not find anything to eat, and he was very hungry. Ginger nibbled some fresh tender leaves and buds from the top of the tree where she was eating. She dropped some of the leaves and buds to the ground near where Mickey was. Then she nudged him a little with the hoof at the bottom of one of her very long legs. "Wake up, Mickey," said Ginger. "I found something for you to eat." Slowly, Mickey sat up and ate a little. After a while, when Mickey was feeling better, Ginger asked him, "What happened, Mickey? Why are you so hungry? Why can't you find anything to eat?" Mickey said, "It hasn't rained for so long and now there's no more food." "That's not good," said Ginger. "What is happening with other animals?" "No one knows what to do," answered Mickey. "All the zebras and the antelopes and the elephants are getting worried about the dry grass. Some of them are thinking about leaving the savannah and trying to reach the jungle." "That's a long trip," said Ginger. "Are you going to go with them?" "I don't know," answered Mickey. "What do you think we should do?" Ginger thought for a while and then suddenly she had a good idea. "We should go to talk to Leo the lion. He is the smartest animal in the savannah." Mickey was too tired to walk, so Ginger invited him to ride on her back. "Hold on tight to my neck," said Ginger. "There's a lot to hold on to," joked Mickey. Ginger laughed. "You are right. I've got the longest neck in Africa." So they started their journey across to the other side of the savannah to look for Leo. Ginger and Mickey were in luck. Leo was sitting up on a rock and he was really easy to see as they walked through the grass. "Hi, Leo," they both shouted. Leo had been napping and was a little grumpy when they woke him up. But he was polite and said, "Hello, Ginger and Mickey. Why did you walk the whole way across the savannah? Just to wake me up?" But he was joking. He had a smile on his face. "Mickey says that there is no food left on the savannah because it has been so dry," said Ginger. "Do you have any ideas?" Leo thought for a while. He said, "There's nothing we can do about the rain. It will come soon, but we can't be sure when it will arrive. When the rain comes, all the plants will grow again, and there will be lots of food for everyone." He thought a little longer. "The only thing I can think of is for everyone to move closer to the forest," he continued. "There will be more things to eat there, but I know it's a long trip and it will not be very easy. It might take days to get there." Ginger and Mickey looked at each other and then looked back at Leo. "Thank you, Leo," said Ginger. "It's probably best if they all try to get closer to the jungle." They said goodbye and then walked back across the savannah. Now they needed to gather all the animals together to start the long journey. Ginger didn't need to go along because she had plenty of food in her high trees. But she was a good friend and wanted to help as much as she could. They walked towards her favorite trees and guessed what? she and Mickey saw. All of the animals were already gathered. They were waiting for Ginger and Mickey. "Why are you all here?" asked Ginger. "Eddie the eagle told us that you taken us to the edge of the jungle," said one of the zebras. "How did he know?" asked Mickey. "He heard you talking with Leo," said one of the antelopes. "So you've all decided to try to walk together to the jungle?" asked Ginger. "Yes," they all answered. "If you'll help us to get there," added one of the elephants. "Of course, I'll help," said Ginger. "I'm your friend." So they started on their big journey across the savannah to the jungle. The sun was so hot, and there was no food and no place to get a drink of water. And then they heard it. It was a thunder. "Thunder!" they all shouted. Thunder was very scary to the animals of the savannah. Can you guess why? Fire! Sometimes the lightning hits the dry grass and the whole savannah catches fire. Then everyone has to run, and that's exactly what happened. "Fire!" they shouted. They could smell it, and now they could see it. The fire was coming towards them. Ginger had to think fast. Because she was so tall, she could see further than any of the other animals. She stretched her long neck up as far as she could. Now she could see a place where there was no fire. "Quick," she said, "everyone run this way." All of the animals followed her and ran as fast as they could. Soon they were out of danger. They stopped and gathered together one more time. "Is everyone here?" Ginger asked. She wanted to make sure they were all safe. All the animals looked around. They were all there. And then the most wonderful thing happened. "I felt a drop," said a zebra. "Me too," said an antelope. "It was rain." Finally, everyone was very happy. It started to rain a little more, and then a little more. The rain put out the fire, so they didn't have to run. And the rain filled their watering holes and made the plants grow again, so they didn't have to make that long trip to the edge of the jungle. Everyone would soon have enough food and water. So Ginger the giraffe went back to her favorite tree and continued to munch on the leaves and buds. Story time questions. Number 1. What is the name or the title of the story? The name of the story is called Ginger the Giraffe. Number 2. What does Ginger the Giraffe like to eat? Ginger the Giraffe likes to eat leaves from the top of trees. Number 3. Why did Mickey the monkey fall over? Mickey the monkey fell over because he was really hungry. Number 4. Lastly, why did all the animals want to leave and go to the jungle? Because there was no food and water in the savannah. We have now come to an end of today's lesson. Goodbye.